Hey, look, it's a gremlin.
Use a sock.
I'll give you that one. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus. Now, this figure is an all-new sculpt. It is a tribute to the G1 Pretenders character, and to be honest, I would rather them just come out with new Pretenders. I think that would be really fun, but this is the figure that we got, and it's kind of interesting, and I've only seen it once on the shelf, so I had to go ahead and pick him up. Let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we've got Iguanus in the box, and it's one of those open-face boxes that I really hate. It's the same thing we've been getting. He's got the artwork at the top, Legacy logo. It says Legacy down there, Transformers on the side. So just kind of close up. There he is, and he's motorcycle mode. There's Iguanus right there. Legacy logo at the top. Side of the package has some artwork of Iguanus in his robot form. And then this side has some of the other core figures available. And back of the package here has got a picture of him in his bike to robot mode. Transforms in 15 steps. So just kind of a close-up of what it looks like on the back of the package. And that's really about it for the box. Let's go ahead and get him out of package and see what we think. So here we have got Iguanus out of the package, and it's an okay-looking figure. It's not too bad. It's constructed pretty well. The joints are all nice and tight on it. He's got a little Iguanus-type tail on his back. Got a little beast kind of head going on there. It comes with this little weapon piece. So I'm going to take this off really quick and look at it. So it is painted golden red, and essentially these core figures come with one of these components where you put them on each side. It makes like a sword, but that's the base piece that he comes with. Now, as far as the articulation on this figure, he's got a ball joint on his head, rotates around and up and down. It's a little hampered by his horns on his side. The wheels do roll, which is very nice. You got a ball joint at the shoulder. Then you've got another ball joint at the elbow. He does have a twist at the waist. And then there is a tail with no articulation, unfortunately. He's got a ball joint up here at the hip, kicks really high up and out like that, and then we get another ball joint at the knee, which is kind of nice, and then we've got ball joints at the feet, let them move around, and gives us that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible pose with both feet still flat on the floor. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, the sculpt's pretty good on it. He's got this nice kind of reptile face going on. We get the kind of top of the motorcycle on his back. We got the wheels kind of hanging over. He's got almost a samurai type of vibe going on with the armor, which is pretty cool. I like the yellow in the eyes. I wish the teeth were painted out. That would have been a little cooler. It's just a lot of purple going on his face. And, you know, for the size of the figure, it looks pretty good. And then looking at the lower half of the figure, again, sculpted pretty well. I wish there was articulation in the tail. That's a bit unfortunate. The back of the legs are kind of hollow, but that's, you know, the arms are as well. But again, it's kind of the, you know, factor in cutting costs down, I suppose. I do like the black gauntlets. I think that looks really, really good. And again, it's got a nice samurai kind of vibe. I just wish it was a full-size Pretender figure. For comparison, here we have the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus with the Core Class Studio Series Ravage. And, well, Iguanus is a lot bigger than Ravage, so if you're looking, you know, figure-wise for the money, I think Iguanus definitely is the better buy, but this Ravage is a must-have to go with the Studio Series Bumblebee Soundwave. Now, to transform Iguanus, what we're going to do is we're going to lift these arms up and then spin his bottom around, so the tail is on the front side. Then we're going to spin the legs around as well, so the knees are now pointing forward again. So it'll look like this. Then we're going to lift this motorcycle piece up and lift it, and then you're going to push, and it's going to feel like it's not going to go, but it will snap into place. You just have to push it pretty hard. It'll go into place, and then that will allow it to push over onto the chest. So these tiny little pegs are going to go into these little chest holes right here, and you've got to really push hard to get it to flip over, to get it to do that. Now, this side, we're going to lift the motorcycle wheel up, lift this one around, and spin it upward like that. And then we're going to take the arms and spin them around like this. Make sure that the spikes on the gauntlets are pointed upward like that. And then what we're going to do is there's a peg. So there's a peg right there. You're going to peg the shoulder into, and you're just going to push that in. And once that's in, then you can bend the elbows, and his little hands are going to grab the wheel. So we're going to do this one over here too. So that hand's going to go on this peg right there. So we're just going to grab this one, and then we're going to take this one and push that in, and then both of these are going to grab. Now they may pop off as you transform, so be aware of that, but that's how they're going to go. Just make sure they're both clamped on nice and tight like that. So the forks should have a dent in right here. So that's how it's going to look. Back of the motorcycle, push the legs downward. Now this is going to be annoying. There's a peg hole there, and the peg on the leg, you're going to push that in, and you got to push that in really hard to get it to go. It just doesn't have much clearance, so just push it in. It will go, and it will be flush with the tail like that. And then you're going to turn the feet backwards and then spin them sideways so that they can peg on the back wheel. So we're going to put the back wheel in, and then they're going to peg onto the wheel just like that. And now we have our motorcycle mode, and it's an okay looking mode. It kind of looks like a scooter. I love the wheels. They roll. It's almost like a fidget wheel. We get springs at the bottom, which is interesting detail. And then we get the front of the motorcycle. The tank looks pretty good, the chest. I wish they painted the knees red to give us some tail lights. That would have been nice. I don't like this number stamp here. That's really bad. They could have put that somewhere else that you didn't see it. So yeah. And then the weapon piece pegs onto the top of the windshield like that. So there you go. Rolls wonderfully. Problem is, it falls right over. There's nothing holding it up. There's no kickstand. But you can use this piece as a kickstand, and it will stand up just like that. So that's pretty darn cool. So here we have a closer look of the motorcycle mode, and it's not the greatest. I definitely like the robot mode better. It kind of reminds me of a GoBot. It kind of reminds me of Cykill, to be honest, and you know, I wouldn't mind a retool of that, since the Transformers and GoBots are now part of the same line. So, is the Transformers Legacy Iguanus something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, this could be an easy pass for a lot of people. If you are an Iguanus completist, maybe this is something you want to pick up. Kids are going to like it. It's fun. He's kind of a little lizard bot that turns into a motorcycle, and the transformation's just enough to keep you entertained. So kids are definitely going to like it. As far as the collectors go, it's going to be people who are finishing out the entire Legacy line, or people who are completing those Pretenders or Beast Wars characters named Iguanus. For me, this was a so-so figure, and again, the only reason I even picked him up, it looked a little bit interesting, and I've never seen him on the shelf before. So there he is, Iguanus from Transformers Legacy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos, and follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.